everybody, welcome back to my channel, CraftyCat Stitcher. And if you're new or if this is the first time you visited, welcome and thanks for being here today and taking the time. I want to thank everybody for the comments that you left for my last video, and we'll get to that in a little while. My name is Kathy, and today is May the 20th, 2019. Monday. Yeah, Monday's my day off. This is why I do most of my video on Monday, because I have a lot more time to do it. So, and it's also the day when my neighbors' yard landscaping people come out. So, and it was, of course, as soon as I start this, wah! So, yeah. So anyway, it's okay. It shouldn't be too bad. And also Moxie's doing a lot of singing the song over people today, so you might hear that also. Okay, let's get started. How's everybody's Stitch Mania going? Mine's going pretty well, except I'm not doing the classic Stitch Mania. I'm doing more like a Whip Mania. So the original plan, if you saw my last video, was to work on one a day, work on a whip a day. And that sounded good and it worked out for well, but then I would not want to put a certain project down, which I think is a good thing. So at least I'm stitching a lot, so it's making me stitch every day. I don't think I've missed a stitching day in the last 2 weeks, so which is really great. So I am going to start by showing you whips, and the first one that I worked on was Tulips Praise Gracewood Stitches, and this is my focus piece. As I have talked about before, I really would like to get this done because I've been working on it for a while and I really like it, and I want to someday frame it and actually do something with it, right? So the good news is that I finished the whole bottom part, not the border. This is not the border right here. There's actual outer border that goes around the whole thing. And what happened was, this pattern is a PDF and it was printed off in like 8 sheets. And so there's sections. And so the ones that go horizontally have a vertical shaded area for overlap. But the ones on the top, there's no shaded area. And I got so confused as to where this was supposed to start. So what I did was, at the last stitch day, I put all the papers on the table, and Sheila, my sister, who you have met before, helped me kind of reconcile that, because I could not make heads or tails out of it. And I don't know why. It was just one of those things, just nothing, it just didn't add up for me. But she figured out what went where with it, so I'm starting that top half. So that's the first one. So that's one I did work on, and that's probably the next one I'm going to be working on. So let's see. I also worked on the Light Upon the Lawn Blackbird Designs. This is the Loose Feathers series for the birds #2. Love the colors in this. I'm stitching it on a slightly lighter color fabric, but it's one that I coffee tea dyed. And if you've been watching me for a while, it went a little wonky, but that's okay. And it also, I think, stretched a bit. So when I started to stitch on it, it looked strange. So I started doing 1/1, and it's 28 count fabric. But it's coming along really nice, and now I can see how tiny it's going to be when it's finished, because there's a section on the bottom here, and that's it. So yesterday I put my initial in it, and I got to work on the rest of the house and whatever is there's like a, is it a border? Sorry, gotta reach for it. Yeah, it's like a little floral bottom border, which is adorable. So anyway, I love it. I love the tiniest stitches I've ever done. So the next one I worked on, Quaker Diamonds by Rosewood Manor. This is the one that I have the overdyed conversion for it, which are beautiful as what's here. I know that it calls for silks, and I did not do silks, but so I'll give you another look, and I'll pick it up. I put this on a roller frame, and ever since I did that, I enjoy stitching on it more. I don't know what it is. And I did get a lot done on this. This is the biggest motif, I think, on it. And I'm stitching this on linen. It's the color's flax. And I think it's 30 or 32 count. But I just didn't want to put this one down. And I think I stitched on it for 30 days. I think this is the one that broke the one a day whip thing. So that's okay, right? Why not? Oh yeah, and at Stitch Day I also worked on, hold on, Bluebird Garden by Artful Offerings. Oh, look at how cute he is. He's so cute. And he's upside down. There he is. Yeah. So what happened was I started to get a little tired of the blue. So I started to go with the orangey area. I'm stitching this in the called for colors. And this is Jobelin 32 count, I believe. And it's going to be cute. Hey, I think I figured out what my issue was last time with my crazy camera. And hopefully I can get through this video without having to stop. But if I do, I mean, last time I just edited them together. And I think it was okay. So if anything looks weird, that's what it is. But I think I figured out what it is or was. So hopefully that's it for that. Rainbow Row, and this is just a CW Designs on it. I like this. I'm building a house on it. I'm building the greenhouse. Let's see if I can put this on here so that you can see it really well. Okay, here we go. There it is. So currently I'm working on the greenhouse. There's a lot to it, but this is still the first page. I started in the center. It's okay. I mean, why not, right? So I'm just happy with the way it looks. Look at that one. Look at the tree. The tree has, I don't know how many greens are in that tree, but I really like this. This is really pretty, and it's going to be amazing when it's finished. It's just a lot of different colors and a lot of shading, and you know, to make it look a little bit realistic, not super realistic, but kind of realistic. So I am throwing stuff today. At least I'm not dropping things yet. Okay, now the last thing I worked on during these last couple weeks is I have a start. Small Animal Sampler by Bobby G Designs. That is just the cutest thing. I showed it in my last video. I showed the threads, and I am stitching it on black. On the back of this, it does say that you need 14 count white cloth, which I think is really kind of curious because they stitched it beautifully on black cloth, and I think it would be pretty on white cloth, but I mean, it's only a start too, so, oh, and you know what else it has on it? Cat hair. This shows cat hair like you wouldn't believe. You know what? I gotta get my board. Sorry. I'm stitching it on 28 count black Jobelin. And that's the start. And for some reason, I just thought it was going to be a great idea to stitch this back stitch border first. And it really isn't, because it's back stitch, and back stitch really should go after. And so there's a lot of stitches that I'm kind of having to cram in next to the back stitching. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that anymore. I think I'll just go with the cross stitch. But that's my start, and I think it's going to be pretty. Despite the cat hair, I guess I need to get another lint roller, right? Okay, so that's my whip mania. I mean, you know, it's going pretty well. I have stitched a lot, and so now I'm going to pick up a batch of fresh new whips, not new projects. Although, who knows, right? I might. I think what I need to do is start a couple smalls just to get something done once in a while, because right now I feel like I don't even know if I have anything close to being done. You know, it's like kind of psychological. You want to have something done once in a while. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. So, hey, I saw this survey. Somebody did a survey, and they found out that most adults are, get this, and this is in quotes, mired in boredom at least 131 days a year. That's a third of the year. What? Boredom? Maybe they need to take up stitching. Are you ever bored? I mean, really? I mean, my day is packed, and it's like so many things, so little time. And some days I can't even come into the craft room to do anything because I'm so busy doing other things. And I just can't imagine being bored. And do you remember when you were a kid and you told your parents that you were bored? You did it like once, because they could come up with some suggestions for you, and there was always a room to be dusted or a floor to be cleaned or something. So yeah, I think maybe I tried it once with my parents, and no. So people, if you know somebody who's bored, let's teach them to stitch. They'll never be bored again if they like it, right? I just thought that was weird. I don't know. Hey, speaking of people who are not bored, I watched 2 new Flosstubers. I watched My Stitchy Home. Her name is Becca, and she lives in Georgia, as do I. And she is multi-talented. She does beautiful quilting and sewing, and she stitches on canvas and does all kinds of things. Look for the quilts in back of her. She has 2 videos out. And she's just got a real nice, calm manner to her. She seems like somebody that I would like to stitch with, you know. She just seems like fun and a wealth of knowledge. So go and watch My Stitchy Home. Also, a very young stitcher who we need to encourage, stitcher and Flosstuber, ex-stitcher Nadine. She has 1 video out. I think let's go and encourage her. Go watch her, please. And she does amazing work. Her stitching, I saw a picture on Instagram of her stitching. It's just so uniform and perfect. She's so young, and she does this stitching that looks professional. It's beautiful, and she does beautiful projects. Interesting thing about her, she used to be an ice skater, and I guess figure skater, and she teaches now. She teaches skating. So I thought that was cool. So anyway, go watch ex-stitcher Nadine. Give her some love and some subscriptions and some comments, and let's encourage new stitchers. Let's do that. That's my wish, is that we do that. In my last video, in the comments, somebody asked about the pillow that was sitting in my chair that I guess was visible. And I'll show it to you, because I don't know if I have shown this to you yet at all. This is video number 31, by the way. 31 videos. That's a lot. I don't even do them every week. But anyway, I might have shown this a long time ago. I'm not sure. This was a gift from a friend. And it's done in something called Crosspoint, which I guess is sort of a combination of cross stitch and needlepoint. And I did Google it, and you can get kits for these. It's done with yarn on a thick, like a thick grid. And I really, and you can't see it because it's done so well, but amazing gift, right? Just beautiful. So I have this in my craft room. So that's what that is. I'll show it to you. Finished beautifully with a zipper in the back and everything. So lovely. So that's what that is. Crosspoint. Check it out. I have never done it. Has anybody out there ever done Crosspoint besides my friend who gave this to me? Oh, goodness. I'm kind of a mess. Oh, I haven't done Cross Stitch Rewind in a little while, and I have one. And it's a kind of a big one, and it's heavy. There it is. Where's the chart that goes with this? I have no idea. There we go. That is, I'll bet you can guess what it is if you don't know for sure. It's Prairie Schooler, and it's Garden Samplers. I think I stitched this late 90s, early 2000s, and had it framed. It hangs in my kitchen. It's protected, and it's one of my favorite things. I think it gets a lot of compliments with all its little sunflowers and pretties on it. So yeah, that's my Cross Stitch Rewind. I'm going to set that here. It is heavy. It's in this leaflet, Prairie Schooler Garden Samplers, and it's this one right there. And the other ones are so pretty that I would stitch them also. But that's Prairie Schooler for you, right? They're all beautiful. All right. I think right now is a great time to talk about something I think everybody wants to know about. Who won my 1,000 subscriber giveaway? Okay, just to remind you, I made a project bag. It is pretty cool. I like it. Nothing in this is not like a coordinated thing, you know, everything's not going to match. It's just how it is. But I will show you something that I made this week. In fact, I made it last week. I felt like doing some sewing, and I made this little zipper pouch. And how easy is this? Oh, let me show you what's inside yet. Look at that. No raw edges. I'll put a link to the instructions I used. I found it on YouTube. It's just for a lined zipper pouch. It's a very good, very brief instructions because it's just an easy project. It's 4 pieces of fabric, 2 outers, and 2 lining. You need a zipper. I have zippers that are really long, and I just cut them down, and it works. She tells you to use a zipper that is exactly the width that you want to do, but you don't have to, because after you do your sewing, I also reinforce that area. I just take some old scissors and just cut off the end, and it's fine. It's not going anywhere, I don't think. So anyway, I made that this week, and the only difference that I did was I put some interfacing in the lining. I used regular sew-in interfacing. I didn't even do iron-on. Iron-on sometimes bothers me because it wrinkles, and I think it looks just really, it can look sloppy depending on what kind of fabric you put it on. So I just took some sew-in interfacing, medium weight, the same size as the lining fabric, And then I just sewed it really close to the edge, like in a 1/8 seam. And then I followed her instructions and I made this pretty bag. And this bag is going to go into the drawing. This is one of the extra drawing things. So whoever wins gets this. And they get the project bag I showed you. Also, some pretty fabric that I found. I finally organized all my fabrics and I found this one. It is something that I probably won't stitch on. So, but it is pretty. It's a 14-pound Aida. Somebody can use it. I know it. Also a little tiny outline. And a kit by Pineberry Lane that has fabric and floss and backing fabric to make a hanging sampler pocket. And inside here are a few little goodies also. So I asked my husband to use the random number generator and then write down who the winner is and put it in here. I don't know who it is. Isn't that fun? So it's kind of like the Academy Awards a little bit, isn't it? I don't know. Except this is random and that's not at all. And this is cool. And this, you get a better prize for this. Correct? And, ooh, it's on a Post-it note. Sorry. And the winner is Irina H. And I'll put it right there. Irina H, you won. So what I will do is I will comment on your comment, and I hope you watch this and send me your mailing address, and I'll put my email address below so you can do that. So Irina H, congratulations. You are the winner of my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Yay. All right. So I got a few new things. I know I'm still trying to stitch from stash, but those new things keep coming out and they're nice and they're pretty and fun, and I get enabled by other Flosstubers. You know who you are, especially with this one. 3 little kittens making circles. Look at it. I mean, they got my kittens on there. They have Moxie on there. She's right there. Hey, I haven't heard her say anything for a while. There it is. 3 little kittens. So that's one of my new things. And also Ships Manners 'Tis Spring. Love it. Look at that bunny. He's so cute. Also, I was got my email from String Theory Needle Arts, and they were talking about Lakeside Linens being, I don't know if they're being discontinued or I don't know what the story is on it, but she had a bunch of them on sale, and you know, what, 1 piece left of this, 1 piece left of that, and I had been looking for a green to do my falling leaves. I think that's what it's called. I wish I would have gotten it. I'll show it to you the next time. Falling leaves, and and the green that calls for, it's an old chart, and the green that it calls for, the fabric, I don't think they make it anymore, or that's what I've been told. So I've been looking for the right green, and boy, this does not look green in here. It looks gray or something. Does that look better? No. You're really not going to get the kind of green. It's a really cool dark moss green. And I think this is going to be the fabric for that. And it's perfect size. And I think I was lucky to find this. So it's linen, Lakeside Linen, 28 count, green slate. And so like I said, I will show you next time what it looks like with the actual chart. And maybe I'll pull the floss and look at it. But I'm happy with it because I don't have an LNS near me, and finding a specific color of fabric is always tough because online you can kind of tell, and usually it's okay, but not all the time. I mean, it might be a little off. So I think I did well with this. So I'm very glad. I'm nearing the end of my video here. I am glad you visited today. Congratulations again to Irina H. And please contact me. Plans, I have a stitch day with our Gainesville group, which is organized by Dina of Half Stitch Cross Stitch. That's this Saturday, and I'm excited about going to that because I've got friends going with me, and I'll see friends when I'm there, so it's pretty exciting. And I'm just going to keep going with the whips and see what I can do about getting more progress done on things. And I'm just glad you visited today. Thank you so much for being here. It's always a cake for me to see how many people visit, how many people watch, and how many people comment. I've gotten more subscribers. I'm over 1,000 now. And so, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead. I hope that it's fun. I hope that I bring something to you that you enjoy and you find just a little bit interesting. And on the positive side, I'm at 26 minutes right now, and my camera is doing fine. I didn't realize I was a technical genius. Right? Okay. I think that's it. So go out there and have a great stitchy week. Today's Monday, so you've got a whole week of stitching ahead of you. Enjoy it. Wish me some luck. I've got a big change coming up this week at work. New boss. And I'm very optimistic, but I just need some maybe prayers, just good wishes. And I think it's going to be okay, but it's a change after a while. So, okay, I'll let you know what happens. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.